Hey, what's going on everybody, and welcome back to this Saturday's video. Today we are cooking in the kitchen, and of course we're deciding on doing another meal made by Goodfood. And once again, this video is not sponsored by Goodfood, even though it should be. So we're gonna go ahead and make tonight's dinner because 1, I'm hungry, 2, John's on the way home, and 3, I would like to work out before this day is over. So today we are making chicken breast with iced cider vinegar gastrique with a warm quinoa salad and apple and walnuts. That's a lot of words, but this is what it's supposed to look like. We all know that it's never gonna look like that, so don't get your hopes up, people, because it's never gonna look like this. I'm gonna get started with cutting up the steps here. As you know, or as if you don't know, Goodfood puts everything out all in a recipe in bullet point form, so it makes it easier for me to cook at home. I'm gonna cut all this stuff up and I will cut back with you shortly. If you do like this video so far, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe down below, and as well as comment on what you want to see in the next video. Here we go with today's festivities, but oh my god, I'm just coring an apple in a little apple corer thing. So yeah, I guess I can talk about, well, if you guys haven't seen it, there was a video that I posted a few uploads ago, and I'll link it down below. It is my rant on Uber Eats and DoorDash, the delivery food service. So just recently, actually, we ordered from Uber Eats and we got, again, the worst service ever. But anyway, so this Uber Eats driver, whose name, we'll just say it's Victor, picks up our food, and right on time, right on schedule, we're expecting them to show up. So anyway, and I almost cut my finger off, so that was fun. Long story short, they come, pick up the food, attempt to deliver, and we see them on the map and they make a wrong turn. So we're like, okay, so we're already off to a great start. So Victor finally corrects themselves and points themselves on the right path. They get to my apartment and they call our cell phone, okay? And it was through John, his Uber Eats app. So they called him and they were giving him a hard time. And they were like, I want to get in. And I'm like, they were like, you need to buzz me in. And I'm like, yes, but you can't call me on my cell phone. You have to call me through like the buzzer in the lobby, right? And so he kept saying that over and over because this person's like, no, let me in. And he's like, I can't until you call me on the buzzer, so I'm gonna hang up on you so you can call me through the buzzer. But it was kind of funny because it was for sure a male that was delivering, and like it comes with a picture on Uber Eats and with the name of their the delivery driver, and it was a woman's voice. So I was like, okay, this is really to me, I'm sitting just across from him, I'm like, this is really weird because it's not a male's voice, but I'm not too sure, you never know. They're like, let me in, and John repeatedly, over and over, he says, you have to call through the buzzer and I'll let you in. And this person is who I'm already assuming is a woman, is really frustrated, and she's really upset, and I'm like, I don't understand why you're so upset. I don't know if she just doesn't understand the whole the whole dialing in process, but it was just really complicated, and I'm like, this is the first time this situation has happened. So we're on the phone with her. It sounded like that somebody let her in because they probably just walked by and then the door the automatically opens. So that took off some relief, I guess. So she takes a while to get up to the floor, and we're like, what the heck is going on? And I'm like, I look at the receipt and I'm like, the name is a male's name, and like I said, the name is Victor. So she finally comes up to the door. Definitely not a male, definitely a woman, acting under maybe her son, because she was quite older. And I was like, oh, thank you, like, blah, blah, blah. And then she goes out of her way and just says, you're, like, the thing didn't show, like, didn't tell me on, like, because, like, they see an app, right? Like, all my information, if you order through, like, the Uber Eats, is apparently on an app that they see, which makes sense. But she was showing me how our information, like our buzzer number or like details, didn't show up. We made sure to look at the thing as we were on the phone. Like, oh my god, I'm getting this story so messed up because I'm trying to cook at the same time. I'm sorry. So while we were on the phone with the woman, like while she was like having a meltdown in the lobby trying to get in, we were like looking at our like information as she was yelling on the phone, essentially. We look up her thing, everything is there. So our apartment buzzer number, how to get in, our address, and everything is all in there. And she's like, she's showing me what she sees. And I'm like, I'm like, that's something on your end. Like, I can show you what I have. That's not what I have. I have everything, and I made sure to double check. And she's like, she says like, excuse me, and she was like starting to have like an argument with me. And I'm like, no. You're wrong. It's not my fault that your app is like garbage. I don't know what app you're using, or if like Uber Eats needs to update their like thing, or this person just doesn't know how to use the like technology, but like it was awful. And plus you're not even the delivery driver. Like who is Victor? You're definitely not Victor. Whatever. So that whole ordeal was over. I got my food, whatever, we had lunch. That's that for that story. So I basically just cut up my shallot. Ooh. Shallot. Ooh. Oops. And my apples. And then now I'm going to start on the quinoa and the toasted walnuts. So I'll be right back. So we moved on to the next step. We're currently, well, behind me, you can't really see it, but I wish you were here to see it. Currently toasting up walnuts in like this like spice blend that smells freaking delicious, as well as cooking up some quinoa. I'm also just seasoning chicken breasts as well. Yes, season. So this is the most I can ever do all at once. So I'm pretty impressed with myself already. So this is coming along quite nicely, and I'm quite surprised that I have not dripping in tears yet, because shallots honestly get to me every time. So the chicken is now seasoned, and I can finally show you because now my hands are free from any chicken juice, or yeah, but that's what they look like. Not cooked yet. The toasted walnuts, and I have the quinoa that's going on there, and now I'm just waiting for the walnuts to finish toasting so I can throw the chicken on. Alright, so the time, actually I'm gonna move you over here. The time has come, and we are going to start putting our chicken on the oven. And also I'm trying to make this video as high octane energy as possible, because I'm exhausted. Okay, so the chickens are on. They are baking or cooking. I don't even know anymore. So I have my toasted walnuts, and while those are cooking, I am going to make the gastrique. It looks like baby food or vomit. I can't really tell. I'll bring you over here so we can have a party together. There we go. Always my one complaint with Goodfood is that the steps make sense, but their time doesn't make sense. Like, they expect a full chicken breast that's probably about like this thick to be ready in like 10 minutes. I don't know how high they have their oven, but like, holy smokes, that's almost impossible. Unless you're having raw chicken, but I mean, I'm not about that life. I don't even know what a gastrique is. I'm gonna look it up for this video's sake. It's a caramelized sugar deglazed with vinegar using as a flavoring for sauces.
The more you know.
So I did that. It literally looks like this to start, and oh, hang on, I hate this stand. That's what it looks like now. It's supposed to like thicken and like almost look like Well, it should look like that picture right there. So, I mean, we'll find out if I did this correctly. What do you guys think of the last video about like trying Japanese candy and the squad getting together? Pretty fun time, if you don't mind me saying so myself. I can't speak English because, like I said, my brain is dying slowly. Okay, so my quinoa is done. That streak. I keep saying it wrong probably, but that's pretty much done. Literally just waiting for the chicken, which is probably burning. It smells like it's burning. The chicken is done, finally. Okay, so I'm literally just gonna wrap this up by putting the lettuce in the bowl, and then I can put everything together, and then I get to show you the final dish, I guess. So that's exciting. So I'll be right back. It is finally done, and I have created an entire mess. But it's totally worth it from what we're about to see, I hope. So. Alright, so that wraps up this video. I hope you guys liked it for how lack of energy it was, but I'm so sorry. I hope you guys have an amazing but I will see you again in the next one. Goodbye.